Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about word on the street is that JayZ is still going after Ye, and he's still trying to blackball Ye, especially now that Ye has released his Bully album, and Ye's success has been so monumental. It is alleged that JayZ is deep in his feelings about this. He's butthurt because irrespective of everything that Ye has done, Ye is still setting trend. He's breaking records and he's setting new numbers. And it's alleged that JayZ is definitely not happy about this. He wants Ye to be completely cancelled. Now, providing that this is even half true, I would say JayZ is a madman. I would say JayZ is a madman if this is even half true. No, let me say this so that there's no misunderstanding, right? I do not support Ye speaking negatively on JayZ and Beyonce's kids. And as you guys know, I've been very much vocal about that. I was vocal when it happened, after it happened, and all of that jazz. But equally, I also too said that Kanye West is like that echo. He's the loudspeaker. The things that we think and the things that we say within our household, like the kitchen table discussions, the things that we would never say on the internet, Kanye says it for us because when he said it, not that it is right. A lot of people said, well, we all were thinking that, so I'm not saying it is right, but I'm just saying that if that is why JayZ is going after Ye and trying to get Ye blackballed, he would be a madman because when Ye did that, Ye was in a manic episode. Now, as I've always said, Ye's illness should not be encouraged in the sense that whenever Ye talks out of pocket and he says that it's art and he should not be penalized for it, I don't support that because that's the same mantra that many serial killers do have. They believe that when they go out there and they delete people and they do it in a particular manner, particular pattern, particular style, they believe it is art and creativity. So Kanye West, I don't support him when he says that the things that he said that offended a lot of people is art. I honestly cannot support that, right? However, this is my point. If JayZ cannot see that this man was ill at the time when he said what he said, and, JayZ is a human being, he has feelings, and we can only imagine how hurt he was by what Kanye said. But at the same time, I think that if he's not able to understand that Ye was well and it should not be used. Ye wasn't well, sorry, and it shouldn't be used as an excuse. But at the same time, I believe that Ye deserves a little bit of grace. And this is a thing, with JayZ, and this is why people will always see him as a evil person. It's just the little things that he does. And oftentimes we hear so many conspiracy theories about JayZ. And to be very honest, when I did my research on many of them, they weren't true. For example, Ramir Satterthwaite being his son and he's refusing to do the DNA test because he knows that's not his son. That's not true. Ramir's father paternity was established at his birth and he was ordered to pay child support. And the court document is there to prove that, right? And with the VMA Bandit lawsuit, I do not believe those allegations. But JayZ is guilty of blackballing people so much so that people are desperate for him to be held accountable for the things that he has done to a lot of artists. And as such, when these things comes out about JayZ, the people, they're so overwhelmed with JayZ doing a few people injustices here and there that anything that they can use against him, they're using it against him. And this is why I say JayZ needs to give grace if he wants to receive grace, because he said that the VMA Bandit lawsuit left him in a very dark place. And I can definitely imagine that, because I was not included in that allegation, and I was very much pissed off by it. I was angered by it. And when I saw so many people believing in it and wanting it to be true, I was hurt by it, because I was saying, like, why are we so desperate for JayZ's downfall that we are willing to throw a blatant lie out there at him? I did not like it. I did not support it, and I could not support it, because if I did support that, I would be supporting evil. I'm not going to support the evil that JayZ does, and I'm not going to support the evil that anyone does towards JayZ, right? So as such, with JayZ still trying to blackball Ye so that Ye cannot tour within the United States because of what he has said, I think it is crazy. And this is how you know that JayZ is gonna really hit the ground hard, because how is it that when you're accused of something and when you're innocent, you want grace, but when Ye is sick, should not be used as any excuse. He needs to get help and stay on that course, right? As I've said, I believe Ye should have a game plan so that he doesn't go off the rails again. And every time he goes off the rail and he drags people, I don't think that he should be, okay, he's not well, let's just forgive him easy like that. No, he needs to be pinched and he needs to be squeezed a little so that he can see that, hey, next time you're ill, don't be going off on people on the internet. It's best that you go ahead and try to get some help, But at the same time, while I do believe in accountability, I don't believe in blackballing someone, especially when you see that they're trying. And yes, Ye apologized to JayZ as well, not publicly, but he did through a third party. He did through a third party, right? And I forgot to talk about that in a separate video, and I may talk about it in a separate video. So I know that for a lot of people, an apology does not mean anything. For myself, I've always said that apology comes in action, not words. So I can understand if he doesn't want to forgive Ye. I honestly can understand that. But what I cannot understand is that why would you want to blackball someone? To what gain? To what benefit? And as I've said a couple weeks ago, JayZ is jealous of Ye. He is jealous that he creates this facade, this public image of being a good guy, while Ye is just out here being a freelancer, and Ye has far more grace than him. A lot of people will believe Ye 100 times over before they believe JayZ. Ye is doing better. Irrespective of the fact that Ye has ruffled so many feathers, Ye has been doing better musical-wise, number-wise, while it's alleged that JayZ is using AI and all the different softwares and company to flake numbers for Rock Nation and their artists. And streaming is allegedly one of them. But if he's really doing that, he needs to save himself the money, because here is Ye out here being authentic and still breaking records, setting numbers, and raising the bar really high. So I think JayZ needs to take a few steps back and really ask himself, am I really benefiting from blackballing Ye, or am I making this man more powerful, more stronger, greater in demand? Because that's what he's doing. I think that the more they fight against Ye, the more Ye becomes successful. That is one thing that we have always observed. But you guys may say, but Ye performed recently at the Sophie Stadium. Yes, that is true. And that is because Live Nation has lost a recent lawsuit that involves Ticketmaster commission being capped and all of that. I spoke about that in a video that involves Rihanna Home Shooter, because Rihanna's Home Shooter also sued Live Nation. The lawsuit was tossed out of court tossed out of court, of course, but many critics believe that there's a connection between Rihanna's shooter, Live Nation, and JayZ's Roc Nation. Rihanna's shooter sued Live Nation to stop the Billie Eilish concert, and as I've said, it did not work. But Ye was able to get the Sophie Stadium recently because of that Ticketmaster lawsuit, wherein Live Nation has to pay over $28 million in settlement. So that is why Ye was able to get the Sophie Stadium, right? But for now, it is said that it's been alleged that JayZ is very much pissed about it. And because Ye did so well with the numbers, because you guys know there were over 1 million people in queue within 24 hours to buy their ticket for the show. And it's alleged that JayZ and his people, they were not happy about it, honey. They were not happy about it. And as such, he's very angry and he's gonna go out on a limb to put up more resistance against Ye in Hollywood. But I'm gonna say, JayZ, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Because while you're planning for Ye, I can see quite a few people planning for you. Seems as though you have quite a few enemies from your past who are not yet done with you. So good luck with that. But Ye is going to come out on top victorious if he keeps improving. He is going to consistently win and win bigger and better than before. Well, let me know what you guys think. We're going to talk some more in the comment section, of course, as we always do. Do everything you need to do on this video to support your girl. And if these are your type of video, do everything you need to do so that you get notified when I upload videos like this. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.